Hello students, welcome back to online classes. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to start with the same chapter, that is light energy, and the very first topic is rules for making ray diagrams of spherical mirror. All the four rules, they are very much important when you are going to form an image of a concave mirror or a convex mirror. So let us see the first rule for concave mirror. A ray of light which runs parallel to the principal axis after reflection passes through the principal focus of a concave mirror. Over here, this is the principal axis. I have already explained you when a ray of light is parallel to principal axis. When it strikes the mirror, this portion of a mirror, a small portion of a mirror, will act as a tangent. So I have already explained you the property. If you have to draw a normal from that point, it will always pass through center of curvature. So a small angle, that is an angle of incidence. Over here, this angle is angle of incidence. So a small portion will be angle of reflection. So this is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. So the ray passes from a focus. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us see the same rule for convex mirror. A ray of light which runs parallel to the principal axis after reflection appears to pass through the principal focus of a concave mirror. Now this is a principal axis and this is a parallel line, a line incident ray which is parallel to principal axis. After striking a mirror, a small portion will act as a tangent. So what happens? After striking the mirror, it passes through a center of curvature. If we are going to extend this line, it will be angle of incidence. So a small portion will be, the same portion will be angle of reflection. So if we are going to extend the line, it is going to pass through focus. I hope the first rule is clear to everyone. Let us move to another rule for concave mirror, that is, a ray of light passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror is reflected back along the same path. If a ray of light is passing through a center of curvature and it strikes a mirror, after striking a mirror, the ray is going to reflect back through the center of curvature. Let us see the same rule for convex mirror. A ray of light going towards the center of curvature of a convex mirror is reflected back along the same path. If a ray of light strikes a plane mirror, it seems that it is going to pass through center of curvature, but after striking a mirror, it will be reflected, it will reflect back. I hope both the laws are very much clear to everyone. Let us move to a third law, that is, a ray of light passing through the principal focus of a concave mirror becomes parallel to the principal axis after reflection. If a ray of light passing through a focus strikes a mirror, it will be parallel to principal axis. When it is going to be parallel to principal axis, so when it is going to strike a mirror, this small portion is going to act as a tangent. So if I have to draw a normal from through this point M, it will always pass through center of curvature. So this is angle of incidence, so a small portion will be angle of reflection. So angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Let us move to the same law for convex mirror. A ray of light appearing to pass through principal focus of a convex mirror becomes parallel to the principal axis after reflection. This is the principal axis. When a ray of light strikes a plane mirror, a small portion will act as a tangent, and if I have to draw a normal through this tangent, it will pass through center of curvature. If we are going to extend this line, so this is angle of incidence, so a small portion will be angle of reflection. So in both the cases, it seems that it is going to pass through focus. It will seem to pass through focus, but actually it will not pass through focus. After striking the mirror, it will diverge. Let us move to the last rule for both concave and convex mirror. A ray of light incident obliquely to the principal axis towards the pole of the mirror on a concave mirror or a convex mirror is reflected obliquely. The incident ray and the reflected ray follows the laws of reflection at the point of incident point P, making equal angles with the principal axis. In concave mirror, if a ray of light strikes a pole, then this is angle of incidence. So obviously if this is 30 degree, this should also be 30 degree. So it is going to reflect with the same angle. That means angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. In convex mirror, if a ray of light strikes a pole, the same rule, that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So after striking the mirror, it will reflect back, making the same angle. If this angle is 60 degree, this should also be 60 degree. I hope all the four rules are clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is real and virtual images. An image is a point or a plane to which the rays are either converged or from which they appear to diverge. After reflection or refraction of light, images are classified as real and virtual image. So let us see what is real image. An image which can be obtained on the screen is called real image. What is virtual image? An image which cannot be obtained on the screen is called virtual image. Virtual image always form behind the mirror, and real image always form in front of the mirror. I hope all the topics that I have explained you is very much clear to everyone. Next time when we are going to meet, I am going to explain you images formed by concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Till then, be safe and goodbye everyone.